My name is Mario Johnson, alumnus of Morehouse College class of 2000. I own the Beverly, Grant Park Social, and Lock and Key. What I would tell aspiring entrepreneurs that are current students at Morehouse College is to always strive for perfection, and that the road is not going to be easy by any means. A lot of entrepreneurs may make it look like it's easy or the road is easy, but it is very difficult. It requires a tremendous amount of hard work. Whatever the business is that you go into, make sure you know everything about that business from the back to the front, up, down. Know every single piece and part of that business. There's nothing that I won't ask of my staff that I can't do and haven't done myself. And I think that's very important, regardless of what field it is that you go into. I got into entrepreneurship, honestly, as a result of being burnt out in the corporate world. And I learned very quickly that in corporate, like a lot of other places, you're just a number. And I realized that I no longer wanted to do that anymore. I wanted to be able to set my own terms and be able to do what I wanted to do. And so I set out on a journey to figure out exactly what was going to make me happy, generate income, of course, and allow me to set my own journey. Morehouse helped me as an entrepreneur because it taught me several different things. Number one, to be on time. Number two, it taught me to always put your best foot forward. Always make sure that you're presenting yourself in the best possible way each and every time. And one thing I always tell other people interested in entrepreneurship, to do it right the first time. Make sure that you do whatever it is that you're doing to the best of your ability and correctly the first time, whether that be as far as how you conduct business, how you introduce yourself, how you carry yourself. Always making sure that you are doing everything in an excellent manner. Several obstacles that you will face in entrepreneurship. Many of them are financial. Several of them are people telling you what you can't do. A lot of times you have to go against the norm. You have to do things that, everyone may tell you no. You may get 100 no's to the one yes. But you always have to continue to push forward. Even now at this stage in my journey, I get told no. Before I opened up the Beverly, I was told it wasn't a good idea. You shouldn't open that spot. You shouldn't open in that space. The person before you failed in that same location. So you kind of have to make sure that you listen to your own heart, your own ideas, and make sure that you're always believing in yourself first, regardless of what anybody else tells you. Making sure that you listen to your heart and that you know your own abilities. So you know that if you have the ability to do something, nobody can tell you no. Nobody can tell you what you can't do. The turning point for me with corporate, I had an aneurysm the weekend actually of our 5-year reunion here, brain aneurysm, the weekend of my 5-year reunion for Morehouse. And I realized while I was at work, what it made me realize, if I had dropped dead that day, God forbid, that they would have had their normal meeting, that this was on a Sunday, they would have had their normal meeting they have on Tuesday and would have said, man, Mario was a great guy. He did a great job. We really appreciate him. Make sure his family gets those flowers that we sent out. But we've got this event coming up on Thursday, and we want to make sure that we get everything done for that. And they would have gone on as business as normal. That's just the reality of it. But that made it very clear for me. And they were nice, they sent me cards and all that. But I realized at that point, who am I really working for? What am I really doing? And I had to make a decision that, do I really want to do this for a company that at the time I enjoyed working for, or do I want to do this for myself? So do I want to continue to work holidays, work 80-hour weeks? Or do I want to work 80-hour weeks for myself and be able to dictate when and where I can take days off and when I can take a vacation without asking for permission, and when I can, do anything without having to ask somebody else how to do it. You learn a lot, but you learn the corporate way of doing everything. So I do say the benefit of working for corporate, take it, learn everything you can from it. Use it as an education. Use it just like college. Take everything and learn as much as you can working in a corporation about how to do things in a corporate manner, and take that same thing and apply it to doing business for yourself. Morehouse was a place where I could go to make sure that I proved people wrong. And that is one of the things that I've always strived to do, regardless of things that were told to me as a child, things that were told to my father, things that were told to my brother, that would prevent you from getting to where you needed to go. I wouldn't have traded this experience for the world, because it does instill in you that you are great, that you are the best, that you are going to be the pride of the future, that you are the future of Black men, that you are going to be the people that younger Black men will look up to. You are great, and there's nothing that I would trade that for. I'm Mario Johnson. Why Morehouse? Why not?